Have a great day, everyone. As always, I've brought a highly valuable and interesting video about the most expensive thing ever produced by humanity. While mankind has created countless products, do you know what holds the title as the most expensive? Is it the $1.5 billion valuable Parker Solar Probe, launched to study the Sun? Or perhaps the $4.8 billion valuable History Supreme yacht? Maybe even the $9.7 billion valuable James Webb Telescope? No, none of those come close. So, what holds the title? It's the International Space Station. Is it worth it? Absolutely. It stands as the most expensive creation of mankind. Why is it valued so highly? Well, in today's video, let's delve into that and explore 10 amazing facts about the International Space Station. Stick around until the end of this crucial and insightful video. Don't forget to subscribe for more valuable content like this, and please, leave your thoughts and critiques in the comments below. Now, let's dive into the video. First things first, introduction to the International Space Station. The International Space Station is a spacecraft orbiting Earth, launched in 1998. It serves as a large laboratory for scientific research and experiments in various fields, including astronomy, biology, physics, and materials science. Additionally, it functions as a home for astronauts and cosmonauts and as an outpost for space exploration. It is the largest artificial object in Earth's orbit and can be seen by the naked eye under the right conditions. At second, who controls the International Space Station? The International Space Station is not owned by any individual, organization, or country. So, to whom does it belong? In fact, it is a cooperative project undertaken by several countries. Does that mean it belongs to all the countries in the world? Not quite. It is a collaborative effort involving NASA of the United States, Roscosmos Agency of Russia, the European Space Agency, Japan's JAXA Agency, and the Canadian Space Agency. Now look at the third in line, understanding the importance of the International Space Station. The establishment of the International Space Station serves several important objectives. These include conducting experiments in a microgravity environment, fostering international cooperation, supporting human space travel, providing technical education in space science to those interested in the field, advancing space exploration, and demonstrating new technologies and systems for use in various applications. These key areas encompass both introduction and development of technologies. Fourth in line, revealing the world's most valuable man-made creation. It is very difficult to assign a single value to the International Space Station as the most expensive creation ever devised by humankind. Does that mean it cannot be priced? Currently, the total amount contributed by all participating countries exceeds $150 billion, but the worth alone is deemed priceless when considering the immense effort involved. It cannot be assigned a fair value. Fifth on the list, unveiling the enormous operational costs of the International Space Station. How much money will be spent annually to maintain such a valuable structure? Believe me, the participating countries spend about $3 billion. This includes paying salaries for crew support, maintaining the physical structure including replacements and upgrades, transporting scientific equipment and essential materials, costs associated with planning, coordinating, and monitoring all activities including operations, scientific experiments, and maintenance tasks, as well as maintenance and operation of ground-level facilities that support the International Space Station, such as International Space Station Ion Control Center training facilities and communications infrastructure. Sixth in sequence, the incredible journey of the Olympic torch to the International Space Station. Did you know that the Olympic torch went to the International Space Station? Is it true? Yes, there's nothing to be surprised about. It is indeed true that the Olympic torch has been taken to the International Space Station not once, but twice. It's not surprising. During the Sydney Olympics in 2000 and the London Olympics in 2012, the Olympic torch was taken to the International Space Station as part of the relay. 7th discovery, the most radioactive environment in the world. Did you know that astronauts aboard the International Space Station are exposed to 25 times more radiation than humans on Earth? There are several reasons for this: lack of atmosphere, high altitude, and solar activity. Astronauts experience high levels of radiation in space, and measures are taken to minimize their exposure. For example, the International Space Station is equipped with radiation shields, and astronauts receive training in radiation protection and exposure limits. Additionally, International Space Station ION planners try to schedule spacewalks and other activities during periods of low solar activity to minimize radiation exposure. 8th marvel, 16 days for 24 hours on Earth. This is also a surprising fact. Did you know that a day on Earth is equivalent to 16 days on the International Space Station? What? How can that be possible? Astronauts aboard the International Space Station experience approximately 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every 24 hours. This phenomenon occurs because the International Space Station orbits the Earth every 90 minutes, completing about 16 orbits in a 24-hour period. During each orbit, the International Space Station moves from one side of the Earth to the other, passing into and out of sunlight several times, resulting in multiple sunrises and sunsets for the astronauts on board. 9th position, the energy source of the International Space Station. Located approximately 400 kilometers from Earth, which is approximately 248 miles, the International Space Station orbits at a high altitude. Its total mass, calculated at approximately 420,000 kilograms, translates to about 925,000 pounds in weight. Orbiting the Earth at speeds of 28,000 kilometers per hour, or 17,500 miles per hour, it moves swiftly through space. Despite its distance from Earth, it is completely powered by the Sun, providing the necessary energy for all its operations and functionalities. Isn't it truly a remarkable creation? 10th and final, can you visit the International Space Station? Can anyone go to the International Space Station if they have the money? No. Although the International Space Station has hosted several private citizens in recent years, access is still very limited and requires specific qualifications and significant funding. These qualifications include professional astronaut or cosmonaut training, fluency in English and Russian, excellent physical and mental health, specific International Space Station ION skills, and financial affordability. For non-professional astronauts, space travel companies charge tens of millions of dollars for a single trip. In 2001, Dennis Tito became the first space tourist, paying $20 million for an 8-day stay on the International Space Station. Since then, several other wealthy individuals have followed suit. Thanks for tuning into Top 10. We hope you enjoyed this countdown and learned something new. If you did, be sure to give us a like and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to check back next time for another Top 10 list. Until then, see you later.